Alright. Cool. Just letting you know that said that said Vem, was it? Not Venom. It said Venom. I couldn't spell for a good half a minute, so should be fine. Should be fine. Anyway, so yeah, just came back from seeing and it's not bad. It's alright, you know. I really wasn't expecting much from this. Like, when I first heard that there was gonna be a, like, specific Venom movie, I'm just gonna refer to him as that now. It's good that they did cast Tom Hardy, because I feel like how this movie played out and everything, I feel like if it was, like, a lesser actor, it probably wouldn't be as good. Like, this movie would probably be total ass. But because it's Tom Hardy, and the dude can act, and kind of like, you know, the whole Venom thing where he's kind of like himself, the whole switch it up kind of thing, you know, where he's got to be talking to himself, a lot of dual personality kind of shit going on, you know, because, again, it's Tom Hardy, he's able to do that, and we know that Tom Hardy, you know, just with his eyes can emote a lot, so that kind of, like, helped play with, you know, what went well with this movie. I'll go into spoilers a little later, as always, but I'm just saying, like, this movie's not bad. If you want to see it in theaters, of course, go right ahead. If not, I would just say it's a rental. You know, nothing... It's... Like I said, it doesn't suck. It doesn't suck because I've seen a lot of movies. And just letting you know... Even there's people out there who are really upset about this movie, and I'm just like, no, man. Even in the comic book movie world, this is not that bad. You know, like, it's one of those, like, are you telling me that Topher Grace's Venom was better? You know, it's not his fault, but, like, was Spider-Man 3 better? You know what I mean? Like, but whatever. Like I said, if you want to see it, go, like, you know, I say, in all honesty, rental. I saw it, like, on Tuesday. It's $5 Tuesday, so, you know, I saw it for pretty fucking cheap. So, yeah, I'm gonna go to spoilers. 1, 2, 3, spoilers. So, I also like the casting of Riz Ahmed, because it's Riz Ahmed. I always also love that it's, like, 2 Brits playing Americans. And it's like, this is where I'm gonna get a little nitpicky. My only issue with this movie was just me staring at Michelle Williams' wig the entire time, because her hair just didn't move, you know, because she had, like, this, like, the hair, it's, like, parted like this, and then she also had, like, these other bits that, you know, that look where you put your bangs underneath your other hair, and she did that, and it was just, like, it didn't move. Like, anytime she, like, moved her hair, it just went back to that, and then, like, it just stayed, and I just kept looking at it. I'm like, that's a wig. That's really a wig. Your wig is more wig than Arnold Scarjo's wigs. You know, that was like my biggest part where I was like, oh my god, it's such a fucking wig. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I really like the casting of Riz Ahmed, because Riz Ahmed's is a great actor, you know, and again, it's like, if it wasn't for really the two of them in this movie and because they're such great actors, this wouldn't play out as well, you know? Although Tom Hardy's accent was kind of a little, like, not a little everywhere, it was still American, but there were times, like, I don't know, I guess because he was trying to throw in, like, a slight New York accent, because, of course, Eddie Brock is originally from New York. Again, minor complaint, it's not like Ewan McGregor's accent in, like, Black Hawk Down. His American accents have gotten better, but it's like, Ewan McGregor, you're Scottish, just be Scottish, you know. Anyway, so yeah, like, if you didn't have these 2 great actors playing opposite of one another, again, I don't feel like it would have like worked as well, you know. The movie is almost 2 hours long. It's like just under. I guess once you watch through all the credits and the after credit sequence, all that stuff, it's 2 hours. And it doesn't like take forever to get to the point. You know, it's not like one of those things where it's like in the last 10 minutes Venom shows up. It's like everything you saw in the trailer is what you see, and that would have sucked. And the part of me was kind of worried that was going to be the case. It was like everything you saw in the trailer was all the Venom stuff you saw, and there was more of it, which was good. You know, But yeah, like, Tom Hardy playing that kind of dynamic and all that stuff, like, again, I really enjoyed it. Whatchamacallit, because someone on my Tumblr feed was saying how Venom and Upgrade were like two sides of the same coin on movies, and it doesn't help that everyone calls Logan Marshall Green, you know, like American Tom Hardy, you know, and they're both playing characters where something takes over their bodies and it does it for them, you know, like if you've seen Upgrade, which is an amazing movie, you know, and it's a very stylized movie, so you have to be like into that to be really into that kind of movie, you know, like he'll just, like, the dude becomes like a quadriplegic, he like gets up and just starts fighting because this chip in his head does it for him, whereas, you know, with Venom, it's like the symbiote gets part of him, and then it's like, oh my god, you know, kind of does the same, and it's like, god damn, why did you say that? So the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my god, this is just like a different version. Like, if you really were to compare apples to apples with this movie, it's like this is like a shittier version of Upgrade, because instead of being like it's a chip put in your head, it's like something came from space, you know. And I'm like, damn it, why did someone say that? Because now, like, that's all I fucking see. Other than that, again, it's like, I was like, don't start talking about Upgrade. No, again, that's a movie you definitely should see. But this one, like I said, it's fine. And again, like I said, like, seriously, if the acting wasn't so good, like I said, the movie it's not bad. It's all right. Like I said, it's a rental. If they didn't get Tom Hardy, if they got like a lesser actor, or if they didn't have Riz Ahmed, you know what I mean? Like, if the two of them weren't who they were, I would just be like, man, that's a mess, you know? Like, if the actor who played Venom and or the person who played I think Drake, that's Riz Ahmed's character, if they were at like the acting chops of the guy who plays Iron Fist, you know, which is like, oh, that's nice, honey, this movie would be complete ass, you know? Like, they were just smart to cast these guys, because the script, again, wasn't bad. It's kind of like a very, like, I don't want to say generic origin story, but it's that, I'm talking all over the place because I'm so tired from fucking New York Comic Con. But it is very much a, you know, of course it's an origin story, and again, it does, as I was trying to get back to what I was saying, it doesn't take too long to get to the whole thing. Like, it just starts with, you know, like, bam, you know, the fucking, like, spaceship crashes, symbiote stuff happens, boom, 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 so we know it comes from space, it's a thing from space, you know, and then it's like, okay, cool, then it's like a quick background of, like, Eddie Brock, and he does, like, investigative journalism. He's kind of like the guy you love because he kind of goes in and kind of, like, whistleblows, but you also hate him because he, you know, kind of, like, then you find out things you feel like you shouldn't have found, like, you know, things like, man, maybe if I didn't know, if I was, you know, ignorance is bliss kind of thing, like, maybe this would have been better, you know, like, he's one of those kind of people. I like the idea that this takes place in San Francisco rather than, once again, in New York, because, of course, a lot of characters in the Marvel Universe are very much based in New York. It's kind of like with Iron Man, where, like, Iron Man, he was, because, you know, Iron Man, he was like, oh, I have my place in Malibu, and then I moved it to, like, Jersey or something, and then I'm gonna move it finally to New York and all that stuff. It's like, and I just kind of thought in my head, I'm like, I think all this shit went real when, like, Ant-Man was on house arrest, because he couldn't do anything about it. Although, I bet he saw it and was like, what would I do? What would I actually do about this? Again, with the story, like, it does a thing where it kind of has this, like, I don't want to say random happenstance, because that really sounds like it wasn't thought through, but it's like, because Eddie Brock is such a nice person, like, he'll see, like, his, like, homeless buddies, or, like, that guy who does security and all that stuff, and it's like, because he's so nice and, like, talks to people, it's like, oh, when Jenny Slate was like, okay, go into the lab, kind of thing, and he sees, like, his hobo buddy, and he's like, oh, no, let me get you out, and it's like, that's how he got his powers, kind of thing. Like, that's how he became Venom, kind of shit. And it was kind of like, man, because you're such a nice person, you got this end of the deal. If you're like me, and don't talk to any fucking person, you won't get any superpowers. So remember, don't be nice to people. It's really fucked up. But, oh yeah, since we're into the spoilers, so, mid-credit sequence, I'm like, let me just get it over with. So, mid-credit sequence, Eddie Brock is going to interview someone, and then you just see like a dude with red hair, and I'm just kind of there like, red, Venom, red, you know? And then one, you see that it's freaking Woody Harrelson, so I'm like, okay, it's definitely not a minor character. And I was like, wait a second. Like, as he's talking, I'm like, wait a second. And then, of course, Woody Harrelson, he has this very, like, Hannibal Lecter, like, hello, Clarice kind of moment where he was just like, you know, he's all fucked up. Then he was just like, between the two of us, there's gonna be a lot of carnage. And I'm like, you know, I had a feeling they were gonna bring Carnage in because you kind of have to. It's one of those things. Like, you got Venom, you got Carnage. I was about to say, you got Jesus, you got Moses. Wow, I'm tired. But yeah, so hopefully I cut this together and it makes more sense. But yeah, and then the full after credit sequence, that was English. Full after credit sequence was just a little bit more of a sneak preview of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Verse thing. It's cute, you know, it's, you know, like, when I noticed it was Miles Morales, I was like, in the other trailers, you know, it's Miles Morales. Anyway, Miles Morales goes and visits Peter Parker's grave, and then, of course, you know it's Peter Parker, because he was just, like, in his Spider-Man suit, but with, like, an overcoat on, and then he knocks him out, and it was, like, really cute and all that stuff. So it's like, okay, I can't wait to see what that's about. Like, where they're gonna go, gonna go with it. Alright, I should stop talking, because this review just makes no sense. Like I said, just go see it. Also, there were no trailers, because the movie started 5 or 10 minutes late. It was just, like, the whole time the theater was dead. There wasn't freaking Maria Menounos wasn't even on there to tell me about things I don't care about. And then the person in, like, the booth was like, hey guys, sorry, just give me, like, a couple minutes, you know. And then, like, there's this dude behind me was such an asshole the entire time. He's like, couple minutes? I give you 30 seconds. Oh, I can't believe it. Movie is taking, like, the movie hasn't started. It's been, like, 2-3 minutes. I want my money back. And I'm like, this is why I'm so glad I don't do retail anymore. Because people like you know. But anyway, Venom. I don't know if I'll go see A Star Is Born. I'm interested in seeing it, but I don't know if I have the time for it. Yeah.